Another day, another yarn subscription box. But wait, this one has made some pretty bold promises. Premium European yarns, exclusive patterns, and high-end tools, all for under $35. I was intrigued. So when Hooks&Needles offered to sponsor today's video and send their box to review, I had to see for myself. And spoiler alert, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a look into Knitting Box 1. By the way, they send their boxes in sequence, so everyone, no matter when they sign up, starts with box 1. Then you get box 2, and so on. This way, you get the tools you need without duplicates. Super smart. First up, this professional-looking magazine with your patterns, an article about knitting, and a recipe. We'll circle back to that later. Check out these tools. Premium scissors, a darning needle set, 1 DPN, so I'm guessing there's a 3-needle bind-off somewhere in one of these patterns, and these self-branded fixed circular needles. I can already feel the quality, and I was especially impressed by the strong and flexible cord that reminds me of some of the priciest needles on the market. For yarn, we've got 3 colors of 100% superwash merino wool, so this won't shrink in the wash, and a couple of buttons. I asked you all to vote on which project I should make, and the color block bag won. So all I had to do was follow the full color printed out pattern in my little magazine. And I gotta say, there's something about holding the pattern in my hands. And I really appreciate the fact that my printer ink wasn't on the hook for all these photo tutorials. Each pattern comes with a video resource that you can find by scanning the QR code inside. I know people watching my channel appreciate a video tutorial. The yarn is dreamy to work with. Minimal splitting, great stitch definition, and it wasn't itchy, which wool is for me sometimes. The needles were excellent. Seriously. I need a full set of these like pronto. As far as the pattern, I'm kind of picky when it comes to patterns, and I like them to have a mix of mindless parts and some tricky parts. And this one has an enjoyable combo of relaxing garter stitch squares and more engaging techniques like picking up stitches, which is a nice challenge for beginners wanting to level up their skills. While other me keeps knitting, let's try this apple crumble recipe from the back of the magazine. How cute that they included this. And I feel like it still fits the whole theme of like instructions to make something cozy. I'm definitely more confident with needles than my oven, but I found the instructions for the apple crumble pattern easy enough for me to follow, and I had beautiful results. Based on this reaction, I'd say it was a success. So back to the knitting. I found the pattern photos super helpful, especially for assembling the pieces of the bag. They suggested a whip stitch, which is beginner friendly, but I opted for a mattress stitch for a more invisible and sturdy seam. I also added my own little touch here with a bow, right where I wound up having lots of loose ends meeting up, so I put them to work. And I decided to alternate colors on the strap, and engaged in a thrilling game of yarn chicken with myself. I used practically every inch of yarn that came in the box, which was quite satisfying for a yarn hoarder such as myself. So, if I sound overly toxically positive about this box, it's because I am. There's seriously nothing wrong with it. And I was even complaining to my husband that this review was going to sound too good, and you wouldn't believe me. But I can't help it. Everything in this box is just so freaking good. Look, there's a typo in the recipe. It says cookies instead of crumble. See, it's not perfect. Just the needles and the yarn and the patterns are. So, check out the link in the description box below to get the same box as me with all of its wonderful contents. And I'll see you next time. Bye!